Hbar Familia, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Appreciate all the love. Let's take a look at what's happening with the price of Hbar as we are going into Sunday morning. If you're enjoying these updates, you guys know the drill. Smash that like button, hit that red subscribe button. But anyhow, let's take a look at what's happening with the market. So once again, we're actually seeing quite some retracement for the crypto markets. As far as the weekend is concerned, Friday was a great day. Again, we don't need any sort of introduction for what happened on Friday. It was a great day after Powell's speech, but as we did enter the weekend, we did see the market kind of start going into the shaky end of the spectrum. As we can see across the board, a lot of red as of now. As far as Hbar is concerned, of course, Hbar is reacting with the broader market, down about 1.1% in USD, down about 0.3% in Bitcoin comparative. Price is currently sitting at 24.7 cents, valuation $10.5 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at only 164.9 million. So the 24-hour trading volume has taken quite a big hit right now, and this is something I don't want you guys to be overlooking, because this tells us everything we need to know in terms of retail interest, in terms of interest itself coming into Hbar right now. But obviously with the volume, the one that we're seeing right now, it doesn't show insane amount of, momentum kicking in terms of new money flowing in, but the price is still holding very nicely. That's something I want you guys to keep in mind when we're analyzing, the price of Hbar. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So as far as the dominance is concerned, even though we did see a little bit of a minor pullback for Bitcoin itself, you actually still saw dominance going down to 58.13%. We have seen a little bit of an uptick since then. You can see for yourself. But primarily, what I want you guys to take away from this is that, we are in this downwards trajectory for, the Bitcoin dominance, as you can see. And this is a great sign for altcoin holders. I tell you guys this time and time out, day by day, to, keep an eye out on the Bitcoin dominance. If you're new and you want to learn technical analysis, incorporate Bitcoin dominance, learn how this works, learn how this impacts altcoins, and it will be very helpful. And right now, this is exactly what you want to see the dominance doing. And if you're looking at BTC, unfortunately, we have seen Bitcoin, of course, get rejected at 117, but, the unfortunate thing is the fact that we are dropping below $115,000. You guys know the significance of the 115,000 key support line, and, I might be a little harsh. I know some people think, Crypto ZX, you're a little too harsh when you're doing technical analysis, but, that's how I like doing technical analysis. If the price of Bitcoin is unable to stay above 115,000, then, the door is open for us to retest lower levels, which, of course, is something I've said pretty much for the longest time, and it has showed that, I've stuck to those levels, and, we actually did end up seeing a double bottom, for BTC. But right now, we're below it. Obviously, the weekend factor needs to be considered. But with that being said, let's take a look at what's happening with Hbar. Regardless of the 24-hour time frame, and of course, the volume, or most specifically, is going down, you're still seeing the price consolidating within that this range. And usually this does signal, if you know technical analysis, if you've been in this space, if you've seen similar examples before, when low volume comes in, the price is still consolidating, quite nicely where it had been prior to, a decrease in the volume. That is not a bad sign. That, that could also mean that, we are headed towards a new breakout, once that shift really takes place. And as of now, you're seeing Hbar price still consolidating above the 23-cent support line. Very, very nice stuff. And we know the significance of the 23-cent support line. We also have seen pretty much a double bottom in the month of August. So, so far, so good. I like what I'm seeing here. Obviously, we're in a weekend. We need to keep that factor in mind. But the target remains to be the same at 26.9 cents. And I'm optimistic that, we're very near to retest that key range. Breaking above here, of course, you guys know I am anticipating 0.50 and the 38.2. But so far, so good. Yes, people are not seeing those crazy price action that people want to see instantly, but we cannot forget how nicely we have been consolidating within the 61.8 pretty much since July 14th. So it's been almost a month and a half almost that, we're consolidating within this range, and this is exactly what you want to see. Yes, it's not breaking out towards the 38.2 right away, but there are a lot of other things that we need to factor in as well. But so far, so good. Of course, I'll keep you guys covered. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.